Manifestation 101. Once a person has firmly grasped the nature of their true will, represented by the rod, through deep contemplation and reflection on their ultimate objective, represented by the cup, they then begin the sequence of clarifying possible actions through deliberation, a careful consideration and weighing of prospective values and of the various factors involved, represented by the scales. This followed by a deliberate choice, the selection of a possibility to the exclusion of others, which, in other words, is a willing sacrifice. They do this in order to make a consequent decision, a conclusive, resolute judgment concerning the matter at hand, represented by the sword. This choice and its subsequent decision is then confirmed by an affirmative call to action, represented by the oath. The will, or rod, then gives clear instructions, directions, commands to the various physical, psychological, emotional, and spiritual functions needed to fulfill the will's stated purpose. After that, a guiding policy or plan is crafted as an orchestrated approach toward development. This is strategy. Implementation of this strategy includes an estimation and selection of the various means or resources necessary, represented by the coins, and a consideration of the various phases of execution and the time required, represented by the hourglass. Those things needed to bring the project or aim to completion. Lastly, we consider the board, where the individual willfully coordinates their prospective moves, chosen according to the advantages or disadvantages inherent in current circumstances, while taking stock of all perceived obstacles or available opportunities that may be present, and also making note of any change in conditions that could also increase or decrease the potential value of certain positions on the board. Inherent throughout the process is an element of the unpredictable, which entails a degree of risk, and may also take into consideration what might be called the hand of fate or the wheel of fortune. These unknown factors are symbolically represented by the dice. The execution of this task will naturally involve the deliberate application of willed effort, represented once again by the rod, making skillful use of the individual's creative imagination and processes of visualization, represented by the incense censer, and thinking, of course represented by the sword, to cultivate inventive solutions capable of overcoming obstacles and difficulties, while taking into constant account our perceptions and intuitions, once again represented by the cup. While engaged in this game of completion, once again represented by the board, we constantly adapt our plans to accommodate the flux of changing conditions and circumstances. And now back to strategy. At times, this may require that the individual subordinate certain non-compliant thoughts and emotions, such as doubt and fear. On the physical or material level, the individual must be prepared and willing to do those essential duties, whether they be actions, deeds, or rituals, necessary to manifest their aims fully. Once again, represented by the pentacle or coins. This is a breakdown of Manifestation 101.